Welcome to the training video for the Platinum System for Painting by Evergreen Technology. This video will show you how to use PlanSwift digital takeoff software using our Platinum estimating system for painting. Now for clarification, PlanSwift is a software program made for the purpose of doing takeoffs from digital plans. Now the Platinum Systems for Painting is a plugin built by Evergreen Technology to turn the PlanSwift takeoff data and turn it into a fully automated estimating system. Let's begin. We have loaded a sample project with the assumption that the viewer of this video has the basic knowledge of digital plans and specifications. If you have never worked with digital plans before, we do offer training for people who need complete understanding of digital plans, how they are laid out, how to find items, or basically getting comfortable working around a full set of digital plans. For personal one-on-one training, please give us a call. Our contact information is shown at the end of this video. Note, PlanSwift provides their own training videos for all areas of their software, their purpose, and how to use them. For this video, we will focus only on the items that relate to our Platinum system for painting. Let's take a look. Let's begin with the area in the upper right-hand corner called the Templates, Parts, and Inputs. If you see anything in the first menu box, this is a list of the templates that you already have on your system. Click the down arrow, find the one that says Platinum Assemblies. This will select the assemblies and the templates that apply to our system. There are 6 envelopes. The first 3, interior painting, exterior painting, and prep items, are active within our system. The last 3 are for floor trades, blast trades, and pipes. Sometime in the future, should we have those trades built, we will then have these become active. But for right now, remember, only the first 3 will apply to your system. This is an interior project, so we'll start with the interior painting assemblies. The interior painting assemblies are basically a list in alphabetical order of all the surfaces that we might be painting on a project. The first thing before we can use this is to find out what line items do I need to build for this project. I'm going to skip over to my bookmarks, click on the Finish Schedule, where I have previously looked at this and highlighted areas of concern. Now I realize this says 11 foot 10 inches and this is only 11 foot, but for the purpose of saving time here, I'm going to assume that they all say 11 feet. Down here we have a 10 foot high wall in the Tellas area. So I'm telling myself I've got 1, 2, 3 different line items just for the walls at different heights. Now I can go back into my Platinum area and select the template that best applies. Alphabetically, it's going to be walls. I click on the green bullet there, and then it will automatically load a template for walls. I can type in the description that I want that's going to be best used within the Platinum system. The format that I like is to identify the area, P-L-A-T-F-O-R-M for platform, and lobby areas at 11 feet. And then my last 4 characters are specifically used for the Platinum system to help me with the paint colors and the automatic material ordering system. It is 4 digits. First one starting with the capital P and then 01, meaning this is the first type and or color of paint that I'm using for this project. So we'll put that in there. I have to come down here to the height, tell it that it's an 11 foot high wall. I want to assign a different color to it. I want to make it a bright red. Pick whatever color you want, it doesn't matter. You can ignore the rest of all of this defaults in here. If you want to put a page number for reference, that's great. If you want to put a note ID for reference, that's also great. We're going to say OK, and then we'll be able to go ahead and start our takeoff with that line item now built for us. Now with that wall item built for me, I can go to my takeoff summary and find everything that I have built. I'm going to say let's start digitizing that. And then I'm going to come in here and start digitizing my areas here. Everything in the lobby. Now in the interest of saving time, I'm going to fast forward here and just have them come back when this is all done. Now that we have that done, we can repeat that process for the 10 foot walls in the teller area. Same thing. Walls, teller area at 10 feet. And this is going to be the same color as the lobby. So I can use that same paint 01, meaning the same color, the same material that's going to be used in the main lobby area. Change this wall height to 10. We're going to make this a different color. make it a green, easier to see, and then say OK, and measure this area here. Stand by. And now we're ready to finish with the third line item, which is also walls, and they're going to be at the default 9 feet. Same format, walls, all other areas at 9 feet. This is going to be P. Now let's say they want a different color for all of those areas. So I'm going to have P-02, meaning the second type of color and or material. So we're going to leave the wall height defaulted to 9. We're going to leave the color at yellow, and then go ahead and measure the rest of the areas. I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, now that that's completed, the next thing on my list that I typically like to check is the doors and frames. I go to my door schedule, and it will tell me that we have some wood doors that are stained and some that are painted. So in this case, just for training purposes and to speed up this video, we're going to assume that everything is going to be a painted door. So it's going to be up here with my doors. I select the doors, leave that there, painted. And that's all I need for a description except for my color. This is the third paint I'm going to be using on this one. So this is going to be P03. And that's all that needs for description. Everything else I can leave the defaults alone. That takes that. And then I can come in here and I can just start clicking everything that says stain and or paint accordingly. Again, remember we're pretending that everything here on this project is going to be painted. So I'm just going to click everything that says stain or paint and assume that that's paint. And I like to check the door sizes to see if there are any double doors. You can see everything here is 3 foot wide. Vault door 3 foot wide. There's 6 footers here, but those are anodized aluminum, so they don't need to be done. Now I can come over here and select the next item, the door frames. Let's assume they're all going to be painted as well. Add painted. And then I can leave this alone as a default and just start coming down here and start painting anything that we know is going to be painted. In this case, it says everything is going to be anodized aluminum with the exception of that hollow metal door right there. Anodized, anodized, anodized. Painted, another one up here. And now we have all of the doors and frames accounted for on this project. We'll hit stop, go back to our floor plan, see what's next. We have the walls, we have the doors and frames. Let's check for the ceilings. I go to my ceilings RCP and see what is there. Anything that's a speckled dot type of an area, we know that that's going to be gypsum wallboard, so we will measure only those areas. Ceilings up here on my templates. Ceilings, they're going to be gypsum wallboard painted, and it's going to be P-04. Let's say they want eggshell on the walls and flat latex on the ceilings. That's going to be a different material, maybe the same color, but nonetheless a different material. Thus I'm giving it a new number. I'm just going to take the defaults there, maybe change my colors to make it easier for me to see to maybe a bright yellow, and we'll go ahead and start my takeoff there. Now typically here you're doing an area, and so I'm going to take this and make it a little bit bigger to allow for the part that you don't see. You know, call that done with that. Now that stops at digitizer. If I want more, I just click on that area, give me a new section, and then measure the next section. Again, allowing for a little bit more area than is actually there to pick up the sides that you cannot see in that area. So in this case, I'm going to angle down just a little bit, pick up the other side of that one, and call that good for that area right there. And continue on until I have all the ceilings measured. I will go do that now and be back shortly. Okay, now that we have that done, I'm going to go back to my floor plan, see if there's anything else I need to include for this project. Let's assume that the contractor says everywhere you have the platform and lobby areas, that's going to be painted wood base. Everything else for the whole project is going to be rubber base. You don't need to include it. Now here's a shortcut that's really going to help you out. Rather than remeasure everything that's already read, I can do a quick little trick here where I can find that line item up here, walls, platform areas. I'm going to take this line item and copy it, click right on top of it again and say paste, and this time do I want to copy the digitizer points? Yes, I do. And what this is going to do is it's going to give me 2 of these items. They're exactly the same. I can take this one and drag it down to the bottom if I wish. Double click on it and I can change this to read anything I want. I know the quantity measured is going to be the same, so let's call it baseboard. Painted dash P-05, different accent color for that baseboard. My height, for every lineal foot that I measure, I only want it to give me 1 lineal foot of measurement, so I'll change that to a 1. The category is no longer walls, it's baseboard. Once you change that, that will now then do it correctly over into our PlanSwift 2 Platinum system. We'll say OK to that. Now that's done. You don't have to do any more. Now can you imagine if you did a very large hotel where all the rooms in the units also got baseboard? That's thousands of lineal feet. You don't have to measure. Just copy that line item and paste it into a different, change the descriptions as we have shown you here to whatever you want the description to be, change the height to 1, change the category to baseboard, and you are done. That will save you tons of time. Now you'll notice on the screen, on the bottom here, I can click on the Takeoff summary and it will give me a list of everything that I have painted. I like to stretch this so that I can see all my color numbers. This is color number 1, 2, 3, door frames painted. I forgot to assign a color to that. Is it going to be the same as the doors or is it going to be different? Let's assume it's going to be the same. So I'm going to double click on that line item. It will open it up, allowing me to change and edit the description to whatever I want. So here I'm going to add P-03 to make it match the doors and say OK. And now those are the same, 3, 4, and 5. I've got them in order of the color that I want to assign these things. If I want to change the order just for purposes, I can change the color numbers. I can edit this however I want so that it will smoothly transfer over to the Platinum estimating system. Now when you're done with that, we can now click on the estimating button here and it will automatically give you a screen that looks like this. This is basically the breakdown of all of your takeoff activities. In the event that you do not see this, you may see a default layout. If you don't see the system showing like it's supposed to, just remember the layout that you want to make sure you select is the Platinum layout, and that will make sure that it will show it in the way that you want to show it. Now yes, in here, on the fly, you can change the multiplier to whatever you want. If you see this is actually a 12-foot ceiling, or this is a 11.5 average, you want to change that too. You can change this to whatever you want at this point in time. You don't have to go back to the screen and remeasure. When you're here and now it's ready to get this into your Platinum system, you want to click on the Export button. And when you click on that Export button, it will generate a screen that looks like this. And you'll see that this is what the Platinum system needs for its database and to keep it going and transfer over to them. In this case, you simply highlight this area and then you tell it to copy. You can right click inside the area and say copy, and you'll notice it's got the green arrows around it. Now it's ready to send into your Platinum system. And we show you that in the Platinum system training video of how to get it from this point into your Platinum system and then take it from there. Different training video. We want to keep this short and precise so that it shows you just what you need to learn from PlanSwift. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at the number shown on the screen here. I'm sorry, that's the email. Send us an email at the email shown on the screen here. Also, we do have other projects and other products that we have done for other customers. We have done an estimating tracking system, which is a bid board that tracks estimates, sales, and estimating sales ratios, and much more. We have a project tracking system for your active projects at a glance. One screen shows you all the projects you currently have going with green flags and red flags to let you know exactly what needs to be done next so that you can have a smoother running project. We have a budget versus actual, which is intended for weekly meetings where you can check weekly with your project managers and your administrative people to make sure the projects are staying on target and so you can make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. We have an estimating for other trades. If there's another trade, for example, we've shown you the floor trade and the blasting trade. Those are ready. We just need to build those when we find enough need to do that, and then we'll build those accordingly. Give us a call if you have any questions on any of that. There's the contact information there with the telephone number and the emails. Telephone number showing here. email showing here. And remember, if you do give us a call, please leave a message. Our system assumes that if you do not leave a message, then you're a spam caller, and it will automatically block your number. So please leave a message. This will let us know that you are legitimate, and we will call you back as soon as possible. That's it for this training video. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.